If we open our eyes and see, there is so much violence all around us. And unfortunately, it is the marginalized, the weaker ones, the ones without a voice, who happen to bear the brunt of all our activities that stem from blatant greed. There's no other way to put it. Sharanya is the manifestation of a very, very simple belief that only compassion can heal. Heal the animals and birds in distress, in pain. Heal the trees and forests that we have denuded. Heal the soil and the land that gives life. And in the process, heal our connection with earth itself. It's a way of honoring the sanctity of all forms of life. So we get a lot of rescue calls wherein people call up on our number and tell us that there's an animal in distress, some animal is injured.
घर जाएंगे? You coming?
We go and pick up these animals from the street, and the first part of our work is the rescue side of things. Once the animal is rescued, we bring them over to our place, and that's where the second side of things starts. That's the treatment side. So we've got a treatment section where we treat those animals, and once that process is done, which might take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks or even months, depending upon the condition in which the animal comes. At the end of that period, the treatment period, we assess whether the animal is fit to go back to its own place. If yes, then the animal goes back to its own home. In certain situations, because of incapacities, like animal is very old and blind or is paralyzed, they find a permanent home here. So this is where Sharanya's animal sanctuary side of things works, wherein the animals get a home where they'll get food, water, medical help. Yet at the same time, the biggest thing that we can provide them is a lot of love and care, and this is their permanent home. So this particular section, as you can see, is for the animals who have had injuries like spinal injuries, and they've been under traumas because of which they are not able to move around properly. So we have created this section wherein there's a lot of sand, and even if they drag themselves around, they do not get any kind of abrasive wounds and all, and it's something that has evolved over a period of time. And the usual conception that is existing outside is that animals like these cannot survive. For us, it's been an eye-opener that all these animals are doing wonderfully well. We've got their wheelchairs and all also, which we use at certain stages to take them out for their walks and all. Probably to an outsider, it seems that we are doing a lot of stuff here, we are caring for them, but I guess over the last couple of years, it's been such a big learning just to look at them, just to spend time with them, and to see that having gone through all these things, all the trauma that they've been through, yet there is such joy in life. So it's something very, very inspiring for me. Spending time with them, playing with them, it's been a revelation. So another important aspect that I just wanted to mention is that this is a very, very happy place. We all live here like a small family. I really don't know if we're going to change the world or anything of that sort. We don't have ideas of making a huge, big change all over the world. But just the fact that we are a small family, we are all interconnected. Every little thing that we do here, from the rescue to feeding to taking care of them taking care of us, we are all knit together very closely. There's a lot of love and care in every single thing that we do. That's the heart and soul behind Sharanya. We are a family here, and nobody ever gets left behind or forgotten. Sharanya is also an ecological sanctuary. It's a home to us, spread over 7 to 8 acres of very ancient rice fields. Starting with a monoculture of teak, it's gradually transforming into a very diverse subtropical forest. Each and every effort here at Sharanya is to increase the diversity, and instead of working as adversaries, to try and sync ourselves with the natural cycles and that's how life will come back to the soil and the land that we have ignored for such a long period of time through our different practices. So one major reason we do the tree planting at this point in time is that this is kind of following the natural rain cycles. You don't have to irrigate the trees. If you plant in peak summer and all, then it'll be difficult for them to survive. Now in September, October, we do the soil preparation and the planting work, so that by October, November, rains are here. We get a couple of spells. Even today morning, it's been pretty damp. So this is the time when it starts getting precipitation starts over here. By November, December is the peak, and at that particular point in time, we would have they would have gotten their start, and then you don't have to irrigate. Again, as much as you can be in sync with nature, the better. The more you fight nature, the more basically you lose.
Yeah.
Look at this binata, about 2 years or so.
Even here we're planting a lot of trees. By the natural cycle of things, only 50% or even less will actually grow. That's why every year we try and plant many trees, so that over the years even a small 20-30% grows up to be a big number. So every year we aim to plant, as of now, since we are still small, at least 100 trees.
At Sharanya, we look at the soil, the land as a mother, a nurturer. And every single thing that we do here, from our organic and natural farming practices to the seed bank work that we do, is an effort to bring life back to that same land that gives us life. So another aspect which is important to understand in Sharanya is that everything is interconnected. So the animals are fed a lot of vegetables, pumpkin, sweet potatoes. We use a lot of turmeric in their food. Now, the best thing is that we have the ecological side of things where we grow all this for the animals. Obviously, we are at a nascent stage right now, so not fully able to get that kind of produce. But over the next year or two, we would be in a position wherein all the produce from the garden, from the ecological side, is available for the animals. This is all everyone's favorite Chakravalli Karanga. We've got 3 beds because so these dogs and all love it. We've got, as I showed you earlier, pumpkins, turmeric. Wonderful antioxidant, is something that we use extensively in the food and the rice for the animals. So we've got 3 beds here where we are growing turmeric, and this will be harvested, milled, powdered, and then mixed up with the food and given to the animals. So everything is interconnected, it's integrated, it all works as a whole. So that's where the idea of having the animal sanctuary, the ecological sanctuary, everything in sync together makes it a full unit. Sharanya, as the name indicates, is a haven, it's a sanctuary where love and care percolates every single thing that we do. Compassion here is not an isolated act. It's the very fabric on which life here is lived. We dream of a world where humans, trees, animals, birds, and the land live in harmony, in sync like a family, connected, interdependent, and as a whole. We are trying to build a blueprint of how we all can live together as one family, where no one is ever left behind or forgotten. This is the heart and soul of Sharanya.